Live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber. Stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber. She's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber. Cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, sequins to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine game. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber Live tonight. The music starts playing. It's time for cabaret on Amber Live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Hello. Welcome to Amber Live. Well, it's Amber recorded tonight. We'll get into that later. But first, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. All right, come on, do it. Up. Oh, I saw you. At least one of you did it. Thank you very much. Okay, now we can go on with the show. Russell, come on in.
Hey, Amber.
Hey, Russell. Yes, I said tonight's show is recorded. We recorded it live, but it's still recorded. And because, with the holidays, we got busy and we got things to do. But yeah, I think this is our last show of the year.
This is our last show of the year because next week will be the night after Christmas. So we're taking that off, having a little Amber break. And it's also show number 89 and our last show of the second season. Yeah. So we are headed into our 3rd season now.
So we'll start 2022 with episode 90?
90.
Is that what I heard right?
That's what you heard. Episode 90.
Oh my gosh.
We have more episodes than Amber is old now.
Oh my gosh. It is so cool. So cool. Plus, if you add on to the almost 50 Amber chats that we have on Wednesday night, that's a lot of airtime for us.
That is a lot of airtime.
All right. Well, speaking of airtime, tell people what's the best way to watch the show tonight.
Well, the best way to watch a show, and always the best way to watch a show, is on YouTube, because there you can see the show in full HD and you can see all the cracks and crevices in all their glory. But I also want to remind you, we have a lot of other material out there on TikTok, on Instagram. You can see our TikTok account there. So you should go to all those different social media and follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube so you know when we're on. And then there's a lot of fun out there in Amberland.
Yes, there is. Yeah, we're up to over 13,000 followers on TikTok, and there's some funny. My thoughts of the day are posted out there and getting a lot of connections.
People love those. You get a lot of comments.
Who knows? All right, Russell, go ahead and do your favorite pitch of the night.
Well, my favorite pitch of the night is for the bustiers, the people who help keep us going. And as this is at the end of the year, it would be a great help from all of you if you could help us out again. And for anyone who isn't a bustier yet, you can become a bustier and support Amber Live using the Venmo you see there, Venmo at RJD Pro, or you can use a credit card on amberlive.tv and just look for the support Amber Live button. If you give $25 or more, we'll send you an Amber Live sticker. If you donate $100 or more to Amber Live, you get a sticker and a magnet. And for $200 or more, you get a sticker, a magnet, and a great mug. And I've got my mug right here. They're absolutely beautiful mugs.
Mine must be in the dishwasher.
Need a little drink. Oh, you clean it?
You know, what's exciting about looking at that list is from where all those people are from. A lot of them are past guests of the show who say, hey, that was a fun show. I want to see that it continues. But there's people there from Hawaii, from California, from the state of Washington, Florida, Tennessee, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, all over, who have submitted donations to Amber Live, and we thank you very much.
Amber sure does get around, doesn't she?
At my age, yes, I have. Yes, I have. All right. So, Russell, what else do we have to do before we get started?
Just introduce our guests for the week. We have an amazing guest this week, especially for those of you who are Hocus Pocus fans or big Disney fans. Actually, all kinds of people. He calls himself, I think it's something like that guy you saw on that show. And his name's Jason Marsden, and Jason has been in just about everything, starting as a child back in the 80s on a soap opera, and then all those like 80s sitcoms. He appeared as like the kid next door, and now he went on to be the voice of Thackery Binx, the cat, in Hocus Pocus. And he's also the official voice of Goofy's son Max for Disney. So, and has hundreds of other voiceover credits. So this is going to be a fun
James
one.
Marsden, not to be confused with James Marsden, which I did at the beginning of the interview.
Yes, it is not James Marsden.
But he laughs about that. He's He's based in Tennessee now, so we talk about that. It was a great afternoon talking to him. He was very, very friendly, very nice, and it's going to be fun talking to him again. Well, thank you very much, Russell. So let's start that interview right now. I'm so excited for tonight's guest. I know you've heard me say that before, but I really mean it this time. Our guest is one of those people you see on TV or in the movie, you go, I've seen him somewhere before. Where was it? Well, maybe this reel will give you some clues.
Deej, this guy is the perfect boyfriend.
Drive your car around the block for 40 minutes.
Are you as hot as I am?
Hotter.
I cannot take you. I'm going in the opposite direction.
Where are you going?
It doesn't matter. Wherever it is, it's in the opposite direction. Nice going, Max.
Don't be afraid. I just want to help you.
Maybe this guy Leo's bringing along is going to turn out to be totally hot.
Employees are the rungs on the ladder of success. Don't hesitate to step on them.
You see what he's doing, right? I'm not crazy. So you put toast before family.
Hey, kid, catch. You're a tall drink of water. You should know I'm an excellent climber.
What am I, some kind of freak?
It is a small town, Dad. You're the closest thing we got. What's going on?
Jason, get in the back.
You know, I heard some talk about your ion beam accelerator.
I'm really a kid, just like you.
I can't even look at another woman's breast without experiencing vertigo.
I'm celebrating in a way traditional manner because I have a most tasty boyfriend.
I am the first mate of the Albatross, that's correct. Whoa! Well, look at you, you're New Jersey in pants.
That's just the way the system is worked.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
How would you like to shake hands with a dead man? He's stealing my boy. But when I caught him, he attacked me first.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just fine.
All right. You've seen him, you've heard him, and now we're going to meet him. Jason Marsden, hello there.
What's happening? Thank you so much for that great introduction.
Well, it was all you.
I was like, this is very self-serving. I edited that myself. It was a too full of like self-serving not nepotism. What's the word I'm looking for? Conceit. Too much conceit in there. Showing off.
It's fine with me.
I'm glad it
use
was
what you got.
Compact, you know.
Very, very good. All right, Jason, thank you so much for joining us tonight. So you've been in a lot of things. I think you have like over 200 credits to your name.
Right. That's wow. Well, it's been 30 plus years of being in this crazy biz. So yeah.
You grew up in Oklahoma.
No,
how did you get from?
That's the other Marsden. I grew up in Providence, Warwick, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Now, where did I get Oklahoma?
James Marsden is from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Are you sure you got the right guest? Because I can call him and see if he's available.
All right.
It's all right. It's all right.
So how'd you get from Rhode Island to
Oklahoma?
To Los Angeles?
My stepfather was a ballet teacher. He founded the State Ballet of Rhode Island, and he got a gig teaching ballet at Fullerton College. So we relocated from Rhode Island to Fullerton, California, and while we were there, like a few months after we were there, people suggested to my family, they'd met me and they're like, "Oh, your son's cute. He's 10 years old. You should get him in acting." And my parents went, "Cha-ching! What a great idea!" And they sent me to a workshop. The workshop trained me for 12 weeks. It was all ages workshop, like Thursday nights, from like 7 to 10. And then they sent me to an agent. The agent signed me the same day. And then the next day, immediately auditions, commercials, movies, television, everything. It was right place, right time. There's a lot of there was, in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, all you had to be was like a white guy with dark or blonde hair. And that's all it took. That's all it took. There wasn't any diversity. So it was, right place, right time, maybe a little bit of talent. I don't know.
When you started out, you were competing against other people your own age.
Yes.
Have any of them made it big?
Oh yeah, I remember going out for bubble yum commercials with Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'll never forget. I would see him at like other auditions. I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "Hey, yeah, I'm good. Hey, do you know who booked that bubble yum commercial?" I'm like, "No, who did?" He's like, "I did." But he wasn't being a dick about it. He was like genuinely like wanted you to be happy for him. He was that sort of approach. But Jonathan Brandis, gosh, Brian Austin Green, these Mario Lopez, these were all guys in my network that you'd see all the time. Brandon Call, who I ended up playing his friend on Step by Step. Sometimes it would always be down to me and him because it was dark hair versus blonde hair. So that was my group at the time.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What was your first television show that you worked on?
First television show I worked on was an episode of Webster, I believe. I remember that with Alex Karras and Susan Harris, and adopted a little boy, and I played this bully that tried to force him to make out with this girl in a closet, and so I was typecast as a hooligan. I think, I don't know.
Were you typecast as a younger child?
I don't think so. I find as I've gotten older, I do seem to play a lot of fast talking, arrogant guys. I don't know if that's me per se, Amber, but I've noticed that sort of pattern.
What are you currently working on?
I've a bunch of things. I have voiceover wise. I have a cartoon that just dropped on HBO Max, Young Justice. I did a Scooby-Doo cartoon that'll be out next year. I did some video games. I'm working on a feature film, like a sort of a horror thriller film here in Nashville, and I produce a show called The Mars Variety Show on YouTube.
Tell me more about that.
Yes, it's inspired by the classic variety shows of the 60s and 70s. Like Hee Haw, Dean Martin Show, Burt Sugarman's Midnight Special. Because I live in Nashville. I'm surrounded by amazing musicians and comedians. There's a lot of great stand-up comedians here. So I'm sort of like the Dean Martin. I'm the host, and it's just a showcase for artists I feel people need to know about. Like artists who I've seen perform in a venue for like 6 people that aren't paying attention. I'm like, no, you guys, they're pouring their guts out on stage. Like you need a bigger platform. So that's what the show is all about. And it's I call it a relentless good time. It's just nonstop music and comedy, and I throw in little surprises, and I try to keep it up to like 20 minutes if possible. But that's you can see it on YouTube. I got 3 seasons so far.
Wow. How many episodes per season?
I do 6 episodes per season, and I sometimes throw in like little mini episodes here and there.
Do you do it there in Nashville? Do you do it in a studio? How do you do it?
Well, when I first started doing it on YouTube, it was during the pandemic, and I thought, well, I think people will be more forgiving if it's, all self-feed performances. So I had is that how your show started as well? Yeah. So I was like, I think people, if artists want to send me selfies of them or performing, I can throw that in there. But the third season, now that things are sort of opening up, I booked a studio and I got cameras and a sound person, so you can really see and hear them in a better presentation. So that's what has changed so far.
Cool.
Yes.
Tell me some of your guests that you've had on that.
I have had the amazing Kristen Ford in the Assembly, Make Magic, John Dennis, King Corduroy, Madison Ward of the Mama Bear, Samantha Crane. Oh my God, Daniel Bell. I'm just going to list everybody that's been on the show. These are musicians. For stand-ups, we've had Brad Sativa, Eddie Ortiz, Corey Knox, Courtney Warner. These are all like local Nashville, like real working like stand-ups.
What's your connection with the music? Are you a musician yourself?
I mean, I have. Yeah, here's my drum kit. I have a drum kit here, but I
said musician. I said musician.
Yes. Not other than that, not really. But I just love musicians, man. I think it's the performer in me. Living in Los Angeles as long as I did, and I've seen my fair share of musicians in LA, but I feel like the performers in Nashville are more, I might get in trouble for this, but there's an authenticity. Like they're really giving you everything. They're pouring their guts out for you. And it's entertainment like I've never seen before. And so the performer in me sees the performer in them, what they're, being so vulnerable. And I just can't get enough of it, and it happens here like every night of the week.
I love the TV show Nashville. I really, really like
Yes,
that
it's
one.
fun, isn't it?
Yes. Great characters. Yes. All right, Jason, we have more to talk to you about, and we'll be right back after this little break.
Can't wait.
You. I know we haven't done a lot of holiday themed episodes this year or segments, well, because you see that a lot every place else, but we do want to repeat something we showed last year. Lucy Bell, who's usually bitching in the kitchen, well, she's pretty crafty here too, showing us how to make an okra angel. Take it away, Lucy.
Bitchin' in the kitchen with Lucy Bell.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bitchin' in the Kitchen. Yes, they let me have another episode. Yes, it's the holiday. Happy holidays. And I hope you all have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I know we're all spending it by ourselves, but we can make the best of it. This is a good time that you can make like homemade ornaments or special cards to send to special people. I've been pulling out all my Lucy Bell ornaments. Aren't these the cutest little things? Oh, love my Lucy Bell ornaments. Oh, you know what? We really can't start this yet. We got to have a cocktail. And my cocktail today is, you just take a pack of hot chocolate and a shot of rum chata, and you got yourself some great hot chocolate. Oh, that rum chata is one of the greatest inventions ever. I have to say, one of my special ornaments is the okra angel. Oh, yes. So this year, I'm going to show you how to make an okra angel. If you have any okra pods laying around, they got to be dry. You need some wooden balls for the head, a little Spanish moss, some ribbons for the wings, and of course, hot glue gun. Oh, yeah. And you need a little Sharpie pen because you don't want a magic marker or anything like that. It'll make it too bloggy and just run together. You should always have a first aid station set up because when you're playing with the hot glue gun, you're gonna get burned. Now, I know right off already that I'm going to burn myself, so I'm going to go ahead and put a Band-Aid on my middle finger on my left hand because that's what I use to press everything with. I'm going to start with the head. A little wooden ball first, please. Take your wooden ball, and what you want to do is you put hot glue all the way around where you want the hair to go. Ouch, ouch, see? Oh, I've already burned myself. Oh, my goodness. Take some peat moss, just slap it on top. It's going to look ratty right now, but it's going to fall into shape, trust me. Okay, into the honey. Now, you let that honey sit on that burn for 1 hour. If you need to, you can cover it with Band-Aid if you want, but just leave it there. That way to keep it from blistering and the pain will go away. And if you want to, you can just lick it off. So good. We're going to draw the face. I'll go here where you can see. And you just want to make you a couple of eyes. So take a little pipe cleaner, silver, wrap it around your finger, and twist. See, you got a perfect little halo there. I'm going to cut that off. Hot glue it to the back of the head. Ouch. So much for the Band-Aid. Ouch. A little ratty right now, but it's gonna take shape, trust me. So put a lot of glue right on top of that okra pie. And then you're gonna take your head and glue it. Stick it right on there, just like so. Yeah. So you're gonna take you about a foot or so of ribbon and you're gonna third it. Fold it this way and then double it back over this way. Take it, see, you got that, and then you just twist it. Put a big old glob of glue on there. Ouch! There, see? Ouch! There. Now, is that not cute? That's the cutest thing you ever seen. Trust me, if someone gives you an okra angel, you should really appreciate it. Because I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of love, pain, and suffering that goes into making these okra angels. My bitch this week would have to be, I am kind of upset with Mayor Bibbs Fisk because a year or so ago, she signed this law into Beaver Pond, and she informed us that all of our Christmas lights and decorations have to be down and out of sight no later than by the 4th of July. Oh, Mayor. Well, anyway, we're still going to have a very happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. And I wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas.
Now you can make an okra angel just like Lucy. Let's get back to Jason Marsden, part 2. We're back again with Jason Marsden. Jason, most people, when they saw that trailer clip, they said he was the voice of the cat in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, because I'm like, he doesn't look like the guy in the beginning of the movie. It's true. Well, yes, I did the voice of Binx the cat in Hocus Pocus. There he is right there in his glory. The amazing and talented Sean Murray was cast to play the human Thackery and do the voice of the cat as well. And, you know, this happens in movies all the time. Things change as they evolve. And they had finished principal photography. The movie was already edited. They were doing all the special effects. And at some point, someone decided that they wanted Binx to sound different. I think Sean was using his own voice, and Sean is very very Valley sort of, modern sounding. And the thought process was, well, Binx is a 300-year-old person from colonial Salem. He should maybe have an old world sort of sound. So I got the call from my agent. I auditioned. I read for it. I read for the director, Kenny Ortega. I booked it. And it's cheaper to put me in front of a microphone than to put me in the outfit, get the cameras and the lights and reshoot it. So that's why I'm the voice of the cat, and that's why my voice is also coming out of Sean for continuity purposes.
You never got to meet Bette Midler or Kathy or
no, I wish. But what's funny is I was working on a TV show called Boy Meets World on the Walt Disney Studios a lot. At the same time that they were shooting Hocus Pocus. And I knew Omri Katz, who played Max. I knew Vanessa Shaw, who plays, forget her name. I don't watch it as often as everybody else does. The love interest in the movie. And so I would go on the set and I'd visit them. So I was on the Hocus Pocus set a couple times, and I saw Bette Midler from a distance, but I was too nervous to say anything because I revere her so much. But at one point we did lock eyes, and I just kind of waved, and she nodded. But that's the extent. I have not met her since. I've met Kathy Najimy since, and when I was recording, all the other actors were coming in for looping for the movie, and I wrote a message to Sarah Jessica Parker saying like, "Hey, I think you're amazing," and she wrote back. She's like, "Oh, you're doing a great job." That's the extent of it. I wish I should have saved that. I didn't save it.
Can you give us a little taste of Jinx? Are you allowed to?
Absolutely. It's Binx, and that would be Thackery, not Zachary. Amber, what sort of research have you done for this interview? I'm thinking, I hope you're not an airhead virgin. You can't go anywhere near the Black Flame Candle if you are.
Very good. Very good.
Not
And I understand.
Yes.
I understand you also dressed as the cat at one time. Is that true?
I did. Oh, yes. So good. You are doing research. Wonderful. Yes. Yeah. A friend was having a Hocus Pocus themed Halloween party. And I was like, this will be fun. I got a black suit. I got some ears. I'll dress as the cat. I stayed in character the entire night. I don't think most of the people knew who I was. So they found me very annoying. But because my friend who was hosting was dressed as the Sanderson sisters. And I was just like scathing to them all the night. She's like, I haven't forgiven you for killing my sister. This is not a truce. It's a truce for one night. Give me some more punch. That was sort of the evening.
How many lives does Binx have?
Let's see. Well, I have the infinite, but at least the 9. You lost one, got run over by a car, and then probably frightened at some point. Who knows how many lives he went through? Those 300 years he was guarding the black flame candle.
Any sequels coming up?
There is a sequel. There is a Hocus Pocus sequel now being filmed in Lincoln, Rhode Island, very close to where I used to live. Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be in it. I haven't gotten a phone call. I believe I'm only repeating information I've absorbed from the internet, but I believe it's a sort of a prequel. I heard that they were casting the younger versions of the witches, and from what I understand, the sets seem very period, very colonial. So it seems like a prequel to me that predates any interaction with before Binx. It was PB, B, BB. It was BB before Binx.
What are you most recognized for? When people see you, they go, and they name a movie, a TV show.
Amber, I am so blessed to say that it's never just one thing. Like I'm so fortunate that I've done so many different things of work. What the common thing is that someone will recognize me for one thing, and then with a short conversation, they'll discover another that they didn't realize. I do these conventions, pop culture conventions, and sometimes they'll advertise me for, like, it's Max Goof, voice of Max Goof, and then people come to my table and they'll see other pictures and like, wait, you were in Step by Step. Wait, you were Matt. Wait, you were Hocus Pocus. Wait, I didn't know. So it's always that. It's never just one thing.
I'm fascinated about your animation work, your voiceover work, and we're going to talk about that when we come back right after this break.
Can't wait.
There's a lot more coming up with Jason. Plus, we've got Rusty Peen, we've got Rocco, we've got Boog and Shug, and one of my favorite Christmas holiday songs that I do myself. More coming up. But first, let's bring Russell back in.
Hey, great show so far.
Oh, wasn't that a fun afternoon talking to him? He was just so
it
funny in the
was.
song. Yeah.
It
and
was
he liked
lovely.
my wall too.
Yes.
Yeah, he said he had some Gaysons down there, some gay Masons who came in and did his wall. So they must have them in Tennessee. All right, Russell, take it away. Tell them what you want to talk about.
Well, I do want to remind everybody about the Bustiers. If you haven't joined yet, we would love to have you as a Bustier to help keep Amber Live going and growing into the new year. Use Venmo at RJD Pro, or you can support us using the support button at amberlive.tv. And again, that's very important to keeping the show going. And we thank you for everything the Bustiers have done for us, because it's been a big help.
Yes, it has. So thank you. All right, coming up with the show. Let's see. Coming up next is, well, a few weeks ago, we had Rusty Peen telling us how to mount things. And that was part 1. Tonight we have part 2 of Rusty Peen. Let's hear it from Rusty.
Thinking and drinking with Rusty Peen.
Dude, welcome back to the show. Last time we had a fucking cliffhanger, but we had a dead battery to it, but we charged that puppy up and we're ready to fucking rock now, dude. So we're getting ready for the action-packed during Cushion Mountain television set, huh? Dude, fucking works like a fucking dream, bud. Dude, fucking nailed it, dude. Pro tip, bud. Always have a fucking vacuum you're going. You're gonna even fucking mess whenever you're doing it with yourself, bud. You gotta clean up after yourself when you're doing it with yourself. You know? That's how you vacuum the floor, bud, you know? Okay, bud, check this shit out. We're gonna use one of these fuckers today going in the wall. Start with one side, make sure it's level. We'll do the other side, bud. Okay. Gonna line it up. Dude, you don't wanna fuck around your power tool and shit, bud. Okay, now we do have to crank up torque and shit. Okay, start here, bud. There we go. Level 2. Make sure that you can balance that fucker. Dude, it's gonna be fucking beautiful when I see this shot, dude. Come on. Dude, it's shaping up pretty great so far, bud. Whoa, surprised myself, dude. Just gotta chuck the level, just make sure we're not dude, make sure you don't peen it up, bud. Just like Pappy Peen used to say. Dude, chuck your shit out right here, bud. Dude, that bubble is right in the fucking middle, bud. Dude, it ain't going nowhere, bud. Fucking right, dude. Okay, bud. Last up. Crypt TV. Dude, mission fucking accomplished right there, bud. Dude, you're probably saying to yourself, shit, Rusty, how will that fucking TV? That thing ain't shit, bud. Well, dude, I'm supposed to be getting famous thanks to you people. You can help me do that by liking and sharing and subscribing and doing all the shit, bud. You know? Dude. I'm Rusty Peen, and I'm Rusty Peen.
Thinking and drinking with Rusty Bean.
Ho, ho, ho. What? That's not what that means? Ugh. Ho, ho, ho! Merry holidays, everyone! There are so many holidays out there this time of year, and we hope you all have a safe and happy one. If you need a gift for someone, why not visit the Amber Live store? We have warm hoodies for the season, great t-shirts, amazing mugs, amazing mugs, super tote bags, and the most comfy pillows. Visit amberlive.tv and order some for your very special loved ones today. And don't forget to get yourself a present too. Happy holidays, everyone. All right, we've had part 1, we've had part 2. Now it's part 3 of our interview with Jason Marsden. Here it is. We're back with Jason Marsden. And Jason, tell us more about some of the voiceover work you've done for animated shows.
Yes. Anything specifically you'd like to know about?
What was your first one? What was your first one?
First cartoon I ever did was it was called the Disney's Adventures of the Gummy Bears, and I played a boy named Kevin. He was a squire who was friends with the Gummy Bears, and I wasn't the first Kevin. I think I was the third, but the other guys went through puberty and they didn't sound like kids anymore, so they brought me in. And it was outstanding because I was a kid. I was a big fan of Saturday morning cartoons. Back then, that's the only time you could consume animation, Saturday mornings or sometimes after school. So I recognized the voices of the people I was working with, the great June Foray, Paul Winchell, who was the original voice of Tigger, and Lorenzo Music, who is the voice of Garfield. And I was a big Garfield fan. And getting to work with these people, I was over the moon. It was incredible, and thankfully, animation is just one of the things that has been part of my my repertoire.
How many have you done?
I don't know. I mean, you mentioned like over 200 credits. I mean, a lot of them, most of them have to be animation. I mean, I've done quite a few series and guest spots, and that's the beautiful thing about animation is like you don't have to put on a costume or memorize lines. You can move the product a lot easier. So I mean, some days I've done like 2 or 3 gigs in a day, so it's easy to accumulate a lot of work.
When you're hired for a gig like that, do they send you clips of the creature you're portraying? They give you an idea of what they want it to sound like? How's that go about your character development?
Yes, if you're lucky, yes, they'll send you usually illustrations of the character with a brief description of like the backstory, the kind of personality, and kind of the voice that they're looking for. Like they want it to sound natural, they want it to sound kind of gruff, or a little high pitched, or some sort of accent, perhaps. And then I go in my booth over here and I just do my best, and hopefully they hire me.
So there's an audition process. It's not just, you're hired. It's an audition process like any other role.
Correct. I have been fortunate. I have been gifted roles before, but for the most part, like still to this day, even my peers who are much more versatile and they work much more than I do, they still have to go through the audition process.
Now, just to clear something up for the audience, you are not any of the voices in Jurassic Park, correct?
I am not. No, I did not do any voices in Jurassic Park, but I watched it 8 times in the theater. I loved it that much. Yeah.
Why do you like it so much? Why do you like it so much?
Well, I mean, your younger audience might not understand, but I remember people talking about Star Wars, and when Star Wars came out, they're going to see it in the theater, and when the ship goes across the frame, it's like it was the first time they ever saw anything like that. And now we're so used to CG's all over the place. But man, when Jurassic Park, when you saw those dinosaurs, and it looks a little dated now, but when that comes on the screen, it's the first time we've seen anything like that. It completely broke barriers. Total game changer. That like you believe like these dinosaurs were real. They were tangible. You could almost taste them. They're right there. And I just your jaw drops, and I couldn't get enough. Plus, story was awesome. Performances were awesome. I love Spielberg. The whole, it was a perfect storm,
What do you think? They say that the ice caps are melting, and there's some dinosaur DNA in there, and it's going to melt, and they're going to mess with that. What do you think?
I think well, I'm sad about the ice caps melting. I mean, we can get a whole other conversation, the state of our planet. But if you're alluding to the fact that is it possible that some, madman billionaire might take a hold of this and turn it into a park? It's possible. I mean, come on. I mean, someone sent William Shatner into space. I mean, like that's we're taking the pig kidneys and put them in humans. I mean, things are happening. I wouldn't put it past any person to create something like that. And hopefully we will learn from our mistakes. Not like
movies. We always do. We always do.
I love it. They keep making sequel after sequel. And it's the same thing. It's like, stop opening a park. Stop making a park. Stop making the dinosaurs. It doesn't go well for anybody.
Except the box office.
Yeah, except the box office. And people like me who will go see it every time they put something out. I don't know.
Is there a dream role or a dream character that you'd like to portray?
Oh, that's a great question. I like villains. I like villains that monologue, that chew up the scenery a little bit. I'd also like to play a hero. I don't know. I might be too old to play like an action star, but I'm sort of leaning towards, if I got to play like, a character like Tony Shalhoub did in Monk, or I'm spacing out her name, Murder, She Wrote, like a detective, something like that. I think I could do something like that with a maybe a modern spin to it.
Have you ever done stage plays or theater?
Not a lot. When I was really busy doing sitcoms and stuff, my agent would not submit me for plays because of it pays less and you're out of commission. You're stuck in that schedule. I would love to. I've done a couple of plays, like maybe 2 or 3. I would love to do more. Absolutely. just as a performer. It's like, I don't care about the money. I just want to like perform.
There's the immediate reaction to the audience as well.
Yes. And you have to, I'm so conditioned with sitcoms because, you can hurt, if you mess up, you can stop and do it again. Like with theater, you don't have that. You have to stay in that character all day. I would love to do that. If anyone's watching, the playwrights, anything, is there a mammoth in the house? Anyone?
How about producing your own? Come on.
Yes, I should do that. I never think to do that. Like plays, it seems like just an unfamiliar beast to me. But I guess I could hire a producer to do something like that. I would love. Yes, you're absolutely right.
You could do it.
I'm going to do it
in this day and age. If you have a character for a sophisticated older woman, let me know.
Absolutely. We could do what I'm sort of thinking of plays that had that, like a Harvey. We could do Arsenic and Old Lace.
Let's do it.
Sunset Boulevard. How's your singing? Can you sing?
I can sing.
Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. You can be Norma and I'll be Joe.
I like it. I
Perfect.
like it very much. What's in the future for you?
Oh man, the unpredictability of being an actor is in my future. It's I'm sort of taking the next couple of months off. I'm going to be concocting a 4th season for the Mars Variety Show for sure. Still auditioning here. I'm hoping to living in Nashville. I don't like to commute to Los Angeles. I'm hoping to book something in Atlanta where a lot of movies and TV are right now. And I have a movie that I'm writing. I'm talking with people about getting that off the ground. I think I'll be producing a pop culture event here in Nashville in June of 2022. So I got, I'm like one of those, like I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So I got my hands in a lot of different creative pots at the moment.
Well, Jason, you've been a wonderful guest. I really like your creativity and your drive, your energy, and your talent. So thank you for sharing all of it with me tonight on Amber Live. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you, Amber, and thank you, the Amber Live audience. I'm happy to be here.
All right. Thank you very much.
You bet.
Well, if you aren't in the holiday spirit yet, who else could put you in that spirit but our friends Boog and Shug?
Wow, Santa, this is really nice of you to teach Boog and I how to drive your sleigh.
I know. We must be the luckiest kids in the world.
Well, you both have been very good boys this year.
Well, let me tell you, it wasn't easy.
It sure wasn't. Being good is hard sometimes.
Oh, I know it can be, but you both were still good even when it was easier not to be.
Now we get to drive your sleigh and all the reindeer.
Hey, where's Rudolph?
Oh, being that Christmas is still days away, he's home resting.
Why aren't the rest of the reindeer resting?
Oh, Rudolph has a clause in his contract that states he only has to work one night a year.
He's got a good agent.
So, are you boys ready to get rolling?
Yeah, let's fly!
Oh, no. We only fly on Christmas Eve. Today we stay grounded.
Oh.
Hey, driving a sleigh on the ground is even more fun than flying. That's when you can really hear the bells jingle.
Oh.
I love jingle bells.
Let's go!
Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way.
Ho, ho, ho!
A bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take the ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lame, misfortune seemed to plot. We got into a drifted tank and then we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. his wife. Go is while you're young. Take the girl tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get up off your bed, 240 at his feet. Take him to an open sleigh and that you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. That was so much fun!
Oh, thank you so much, Santa.
You're welcome, boys. Remember, when you're good, good things happen.
They sure do.
Several years ago, I came across this one song. It was on the CD from The Bobs. That was the name of the group. And I said, I've got to sing that song. And I've sung it, I'm sure, hundreds of times over the years. And what can I say? It says a lot about me and my history with the holiday. Take it away.
Christmas in jail, Christmas in jail. I had a little too much to drink. I couldn't post bail, had to pee in the pail, and I spent New Year's Eve in the clink. I was in the wrong lane, feeling no pain. Zoomed my car to 75, ran right into you can guess who, and they say I'm lucky to be alive. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, they were singing in the street, while Lucy Bell's fixing my Christmas turkey. They gave me bread and water to eat. Oh, Christmas in jail, Christmas in jail. I wore my pumps out pacing the floor. I got rocks in my head, oh, wished I was dead. Ain't gonna drink and drive no more. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, that kept ringing in my ear. While everyone was opening their Christmas presents, I didn't have that holiday cheer. Oh, Christmas in jail, Christmas in jail. Life in there was really a bore. I had rocks in my head, oh, wished I was dead. Ain't gonna drink and drive no more, no more. Ain't gonna drink and drive no more, no more. Ain't gonna drink and drive no more. And you shouldn't either, no.
Well, this is our last show of the year, and we couldn't end the show unless we had a visit from you-know-who, Rocco Zamboni.
It's been a busy blur, don't think I have the energy to add to my already mad rush just cause it's 'tis the season. The perfect gift for me would be completions and connections left from last year. Ski shop encounter, most most interesting. Had his number, but never the time. Most of 81 pass along those lines. So deck those halls, trim those trees, raise up cups on Christmas here. I just need to catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year. Picture frozen landscape, chilled this room for 24 days. Evergreen, sparkling snow, get this winter over with. Flashback to springtime, saw him again. Would have been good to go for lunch. Couldn't agree, we were both free. We tried, we said we'd keep in touch. Didn't, of course, till summertime. Out to the beach to his boat, could I join him? No, this time it was me. Sunburn in the 3rd degree. Now the calendar's just one page, of course I am excited. Tonight's the night I've set my mind not to do too much about it. Dashing through the snow, cause I bundled up too tight. Last minute, had to do a few cards, a few calls because it's RSVP. No thanks, no party lights, it's Christmas Eve. Gonna relax, turn down all of my invites. Last fall, I had a night to myself. Same guy called, Halloween party. Waited all night for him to show. This time his car wouldn't go. Forget it's cold, it's getting late. Try to turn home but celebrate in a quiet way. Unwind, doing business right this time. He has provided me with the world's smallest turkey, already in the oven, nice and hot. Oh damn, guess what I forgot? So on with the boots, back out in the snow to the only all-night grocery. When what's my wondering eye should appear in the line is that guy I've been chasing all year. And this one alone, he said, the break this year's been crazy. I said me too, but why are you? You mean you forgot cranberry stew? Then suddenly we laughed and laughed, caught on to what was happening. That Christmas magic's brought this tale to a very happy ending.
Well, that's the last part of the last show of 2021. Thank you again for watching tonight and for all the past 89 episodes of Amber Live. Now, we're taking next week off, and it is the night after Christmas, but we'll be back Sunday, January 2nd, and wow, it is a great show starting off the year. Not only do we have Francois Clemens, you know we love Francois Clemens, but we have Brad Ferenza, who has an interesting project that he works with a lot of Broadway stars and other famous people. And one of those people is Maureen Van Zant. Maureen Van Zant. We've got a great interview coming up with her on Sunday. January 2nd. I'm going to be there. Hope you will be too. Happy holidays. See you next year.
Peace on earth and goodwill to all. And a very Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever holiday you celebrate that I forgot. You're not going to make a wisecrack about the show? Not at Christmas. Santa's watching. Ooh, good point. Happy holidays, everyone.